everyone, it's Enjoy English School.
Yo!
Today is October 14th, and we have our day one of our two-day article called Play-Doh, a Very Happy Accident.
10月14号，在这个32到35页的这边，然后我们今天休闲小站的主题是培乐多一场欢乐的意外。
Now, I don't know, I've lived in Taiwan a long time, but I've never seen kids play with Play-Doh, and I don't really see it anywhere for sale, but you say that it's really popular here.
到处都买得到培乐多。
Really?
棉补啊。
Okay, I mean, I see like when I go to the stationery store, when 朱店, they have clay, but they don't have Play-Doh.
They do.
Really?
Yeah, it's just 培乐多比较贵，所以它通常不会在最明显的地方，它通常在底下。
How much is Play-Doh here?
I think, I don't know, I don't remember, but like 一小盒哦 like very
the little
small
can, right?
container 可能就要100多块了。
Oh, yeah, so that is a little expensive in Taiwan. Yeah. Okay, well, I didn't know that Taiwanese really like Play-Doh, but I was really excited to talk about this story, and I think you're going to like it too. Get ready for paragraph 1.
Play-Doh, a very happy accident. What does Play-Doh have to do with burning coal and perfume? There's a surprising connection between them. Play-Doh has a long and complex history, and the story starts with dirty wallpaper. At the beginning of the 20th century, many people still heated their homes with coal, which was cheap but dirty. It would leave black marks on the insides of people's houses and ruin the wallpaper. A company called Kutol, run by Cleo and Joseph McVicker, developed a soft, sticky, safe material that people could use to clean their walls. It worked and sold very well at first. Later, however, the public started switching to cleaner sources of heat like oil, gas, and electricity. The McVickers and their sticky invention were in trouble. With lots of the stuff lying around, Joseph McVicker's sister-in-law had an idea. She brought the soft, moist, and safe material to a class she taught. The kids loved it. They used the cleaning dough to make Christmas decorations. Thus, in the middle of the 20th century, a humble wallpaper cleaner became one of the world's most famous toys. It was renamed Play-Doh and has been popular ever since.
All right, before we begin paragraph 1, let's look at our subtitle, Play-Doh, a toy enjoyed by billions of happy children.
那我们的这个子标题的地方，他说培乐多一个陪伴成千上万孩童度过欢乐时光的玩具哦。
So we have billions with an S. Circle that S. And 这个是 was it 数百亿? How do you say that?
成千上万。
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of kids. And it's been very popular for a very long time. So, let's find out. Paragraph 1 begins, what does Play-Doh have to do with burning coal and perfume?
那这边讲到培乐多和燃煤还有香水扯得上什么关系呢？
Well, in sentence 1, we have 2 of many uncountable nouns today, and I want you to write them all down. Our first uncountable is coal, and number 2 is perfume.
那在这边第一句的地方，我们写上 UC uncountable UN uncountable noun 就是不可数名词的部分。第一个不可数名词就是我们的燃煤的煤炭 COAL coal。第二个不可数名词是 perfume 香水。
Now, because we have a lot of uncountables, let's kind of remember what makes an uncountable. Number 1, it's really hard to count. There's too many, like hair. You have too many little ikan hair, so it's uncountable. Also, anything that can flow, including money, including water, including air, 回流, it's uncountable.
那我们很简单的可以把不可数名词分成2个部分。第一个是太难数的，像头发超多超难数。第二个是有那种流动感觉的，例如像是水啊、液体啊或钱，这都是不可数名词。
That's right. And one more pronunciation note here. Underline H-A-V-E space T-O. Usually H-A-V-E is have with a V. But when we say 必须要, it becomes have to with an F-F sound. Write that down.
所以 have to 老师这边有讲，当必须 have to 这2个字一起使用的时候，那个 VE 会有点 FF 的声音哦。
Sentence number 2 begins, there's a surprising connection between them.
那第二个句子他说他们之间有个令人惊讶的联系 connection 这个字要特别注意。
Now, pick up your highlighter, and this is really useful. You see this a lot in English. The word connection begins with C-O-N. Highlight C-O-N. When we see C-O-N, C-O-M, and C-O-L, it means together in English.
所以老师这边我们做了一个很聪明的一个归类，就是你看到 C-O-N-N、C-O-M 或者是 C-O-L 这些开头的字呢，它们都跟合作跟连结有关系。
And that's exactly what connection means. We're talking about two things having some kind of relationship. So A and B together. C-O-N.
所以在 connection 这个字，人与人之间的连结，对不对？所以就是用 connection。
Our next sentence says, Play-Doh has a long and complex history, and the story starts with dirty wallpaper.
很有趣的一个开头。他说 Play-Doh 培乐多有一段很历史悠久，然后有复杂的一个渊源。然后这个故事呢，要从这个 dirty wallpaper 肮脏的这个壁纸开始说起。
哎呦 Pick up your highlighter, and again we have C-O-M, complex. It's not just one thing. It's many things together. That's what makes it complex. And C-O-M means together.
那我们又再一次看到我们刚刚才提过的字根 C-O-M 代表是很多事情它结合在一起，所以才会变得复杂，所以一样要用荧光笔画起来。
And we got another uncountable here. Wallpaper is uncountable. Write it down.
然后我们这边有另外一个 Uncountable Noun 不可数名词是我们的壁纸 wallpaper。
Now, because complex is sometimes a little bit of a tricky word, I always tell students one good way to remember harder words, if you know the opposite, write it down. And the opposite of complex is simple or easy.
那 complex 这个字它是复杂嘛，对不对？也是很难记的字。有时候同时去记它的相反词会帮助你记忆，所以写下 S-I-M-P-L-E simple 把简单也写下来，或者是 easy E-A-S-Y 也可以哦。
All right, let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we got paragraph 2. Hey, welcome back to Enjoy English School. Let's begin paragraph 2 of our Play-Doh story. At the beginning of the 20th century, many people still heated their homes with coal, which was cheap but dirty.
在20世纪初，许多人仍然在家中燃煤生火取暖。那这种方法呢，便宜，但也导致很多的污染。那燃煤会在房子内留下很多黑色的痕迹，然后毁坏这个壁纸。
So let's circle the word beginning, or at least the two N's. So we know begin is B-E-G-I-N, but when we add an I-N-G, we also need another N. So B-E-G-I-N-N-I-N-G.
所以 begin 这个字呢，开始这个字，我们当要变成 beginner 或 beginning 的时候，都要重复字尾加上 ing， 因为最后三个字是子母子，然后母音是短母音。
Very, very clear. Good. Now, and then the word heated is a regular verb, but it ends in T, 以结为 D, 他们的发音会发 id. Write down ID for ED here.
所以这边 t 的声音，所以它后面的 ed 会是 id 的声音哦，特别注意读音。
And, of course, coal is another uncountable. We saw that, but write it down. Remind yourself, coal is uncountable.
第二次看到了 C-O-A-L 煤炭这个字写上 U-N。
Our next sentence says, it would leave black marks on the insides of people's houses and ruin the wallpaper.
所以呢，这边的 it 当然指的就是刚刚那个 coal 嘛，对不对？燃煤呢，它会就是留下黑色的那个痕迹，然后呢，就毁坏了整个 wallpaper。
It actually, when it kind of burned, it would leave these big black spots. I wrote the word S-P-O-T-S because when I think about the way it looked in your mind, it almost like kind of burns certain spots. If you guys like know what ijo is, and you ever see someone like use ijo, it kind of is like that. It has like these like kind of really burned spots, but you could clean it if you're careful. And that's what the coal does in your house.
所以我们可以写下 S-P-O-T spot 这个字很好用，因为 spot 它有点点的意思，它也有类似像观光景点，你也可以说tourist spot 或者是 attraction 之类的。那 spot 呢，它同时也是有污渍的意思，所以 spot 这个字太好用了，写下来。
I agree. The word ruin has a tricky pronunciation. We don't say rune like R-U-N-E. That kind of sounds like a different word. So this has 2 syllables, even if it's just 4 letters. So it's ru, like moon, ruin.
所以 ruin 这个毁坏、损坏、毁损这个字要特别注意读音，因为它4个字而已，有2个音节，大家都会怀疑人生、怀疑自己，但不要怀疑，你是对的。ruin 2个音节。
Our next sentence begins, a company called Kutol, run by Cleo and Joseph McVicker, developed a soft, sticky, safe material that people could use to clean their walls.
那在这边呢，我们是英文是从 a company called 开始，可是中文我们会翻译由谁跟谁创造的公司，所以它是由克雷欧跟乔瑟夫麦维克所经营的一间名叫库多的公司。那他们开发了一款既软又黏又安全的物质，那人们可以用来清理他们肮脏的墙壁。
So the word company starts with C-O-M, and that's because a lot of people come together and work for one goal. Highlight C-O-M.
又看到了我们 C-O-M 表达大家在一起、连接在一起、聚合的这样子的一个字根 C-O-M， 特别把它荧光笔画起来哦。
Now, because this is a company, you also need a manager. And that's what run by means. It means to be managed by somebody.
那这边有一个 run by， 这边的 R-U-N-B-Y 不是叫你去跑步啊，这边指的是经营。那个 run 其实是像老师刚刚讲的 manage 或者是 operate 也可以，就是代表经营的意思，被谁经营。
Our next sentence begins, it worked and sold very well at first.
那我们下一个句子它就说，起初这个产品销售跟实际功用都相当良好。
Now, worked is also another regular verb. And as always, we look at the letter before ed and we think, is this 清音 or is it 重音? And ka, 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 not ka, ka, ka. This is a 清音, so ed is t. Write that down.
所以在这边 ed 我们刚刚有学到 id 的发音嘛，对不对？那我们这边又学到另外一种发音，它是发 t 的声音，因为 k 它是清音，所以我们也是后面配上清音的发音。
That's right. Our next sentence says, later, however, the public started switching to cleaner sources of heat like oil, gas, and electricity.
那看到 later 就知道，我们这个故事要继续顺延往下走。所以接下来呢，大众开始转而使用更干净的能源来产生热能，例如像是石油啊、天然气啊或电力。
Now, in our sentence here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wow.
I said 4. 4 uncountable nouns, and let's write them all down. Our first one is heat. H-E-A-T is uncountable because you blow hot air and air can flow. It's uncountable.
第一个呢，就是我们这边会有4个不可数名词。第一个是 heat， 因为它是热嘛，对不对？那热其实是气流，所以它也是会流动，所以它是第一个。
Oil and gas all can flow, so they're also uncountable. Write them down.
那第2跟第3个是油跟这个天然气的部分，因为它们也是会流动的啊。
And electricity, we have electrons that flow through the wires, and so that's also uncountable.
那 electricity 它也是电流嘛，对不对？它也是会流动的，所以它也是不可数名词。
You sometimes will hear people say electricity. I don't know how common that is in America. People from like New York City say that, but most people, I think, would say electricity with an S, fa S, 不是 C fa, like a C fa Z define, electricity.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
New York City people will say that. I'm from New York, so I hear it more than probably most, but watch out if you do hear it.
所以那个 C-I-T-Y 它发 city 或 zity 都有人发。
Our next sentence says, the McVickers and their sticky invention were in trouble.
所以呢，故事来到一个转折。于是呢，这个麦维克家族跟他们黏哒哒的这个发明就陷入了困境。
All right, let's take another quick break, and when we come back, paragraph 3. All right, we're back with more Enjoy English School. Let's begin our final paragraph today. With lots of the stuff lying around, Joseph McVicker's sister-in-law had an idea.
那许多的粘土就这样堆放在地上，无用武之处。这个时候呢，乔瑟夫麦维克的大嫂这边的 sister-in-law 意思就是法律才有的关系啦，所以代表的是法律才让他们变成姐妹兄弟姐妹，所以这边就是大嫂。于是呢，就产生了一个主意哦。
So we have another uncountable stuff. This just means things or items, but it's very colloquial. 这个非常口语 when we're talking about like 东西 and we're just talking with friends or we're talking about unimportant things, we like this word stuff. It's a good word and you want to know it.
所以 stuff stuff 这个字其实就是 things 的意思，但 stuff 它是不可数名词，要特别注意不要跟 staff 变成就是互相交换使用，没有哦。staff 是人员 stuff 是东西。
Our next sentence says, she brought the soft, moist, and safe material to a class she taught.
所以在这边呢，这个大嫂呢，她就把这个软软黏黏又安全的物质带到她教课的班级去。
So this word moist is pretty famous recently because a lot of people hate using it because it is a little disgusting sounding. Moist means something is a little wet.
那 moist 这个字呢，意思跟它读起来的感觉是一样的恶心，因为它就是黏黏软软，叫 moist。
Yeah, like if you take like a wet sponge and you squeeze all the water out, your hand is still a little bit wet. That's moist.
老师刚刚说 sponge 是海绵的意思，所以如果你拿海绵把水沥掉，但你的手还是有点湿湿滑滑黏黏，那就是 moist 的感觉。
Yeah, moist can be pretty disgusting, especially like in Taiwan. Moist is pretty hot here.
Maybe somebody likes it.
Likes moist? Like, if you like moist, you're in trouble, okay? We're not fans. We're not fans here at Enjoy. All right, our next sentence says, the kids loved it.
所以小孩子他们爱不释手。See?
Kids love Play-Doh. Yeah, don't get me wrong, but
moist.
I don't think because it was moist. I think it's because kids like clay, right? Right? Yeah? Huh? No.
They like to play with booger. 那个鼻屎也是黏黏 moist 啊。
Yeah, little kids do like to play
So
with
maybe
boogers.
they like the texture.
That's true. You know what? You've convinced me. The kids do like to play with gross
Minnie
things.
一分。
Yeah, Minnie likes to play with boogers. 一分, that's right.
I probably liked it when I was like 5.
So the word loved is another regular verb, and this is our final regular verb sound. V它是重音, it has a voice consonant, v, so we know ed is d. Write that down.
所以我们这一课真的好划算哦，学到了 id， 又学到了 t， 所以现在最后一个是的声音，所以 loved 后面是 d 的声音写下来哦。
Our next sentence says, they used the cleaning dough to make Christmas decorations.
所以他们用这个清洁用的这个 dough 这个粘土拿来做装饰，圣诞节的装饰。
I think a lot of people do. Did you ever make like Christmas decorations with your Play-Doh?
We don't really celebrate Christmas.
But did you ever think like kind of maybe like a Chinese, I don't know, to make like a
I mean, I use Play-Doh to make like hamburgers.
Hamburgers. Okay, we got a story for you tomorrow about this one, okay? And her Play-Doh history, okay?
Okay.
So, yeah, when I was a kid, we made like Play-Doh decorations, but our moms were always very, very afraid that Play-Doh would get stuck in your carpet or rug and you could never clean it. Play-Doh is actually very easy to clean. I don't know why my mom or all moms were so worried about it.
Moms like to worry.
They love to worry about it, but it's really easy to clean. You just get it wet again and you can clean it right up.
老师刚刚讲了，如果你家里的那个粘土粘到地毯什么的，加一点点水，立刻就清起来，不用紧张。
Very clean, no problem. Our next sentence says, thus, in the middle of the 20th century, a humble wallpaper cleaner became one of the world's most famous toys.
正是如此，在这个20世纪的中叶，就是中间的时期，一款这个简陋的壁纸清洁物摇身一变，变成世界最知名的玩具之一。
It was renamed Play-Doh and has been popular ever since.
那变成小孩爱玩的玩具之后呢，他们就重新命名变成培乐多 Play-Doh， 就这样子被发明出来了，然后就一直备受欢迎到现在。
They wanted to call it something different. They had actually an argument about what to call the new thing. Some people wanted Play-Doh, and then they had like the Koodle rainbow modeling substance. It was a really terrible name. Yeah, it was like a terrible name. It was very like 科技化水感觉. And they had this really playful name, and almost everybody in the company hated it. But somehow their sister-in-law was like, no, really, call it Play-Doh. They listened to the teacher, and there you go.
所以 Play-Doh 培乐多原本名字是什么很有科技感的什么蛙哥什么物质
Yeah, good old rainbow modeling substance. It was a
彩
terrible
虹
name.
黏黏物质随便
Yeah,
反正培
substance
乐
is a
多比较好
terrible word. Yeah, Play-Doh is the winner. That's
Yeah.
what it is. All right, let's get ready for vocab review. All right, it's vocab review time. Our first word today is a connection.
Connection 就代表连接的意思
Number 2, we have an uncountable wallpaper.
那第二个是我们的不可数名词，也就是壁纸
Number 3, we have an adjective complex.
第三个我们有个形容词 complex， 也就是复杂的
Number 4, we have a verb phrase to be run by.
那第四个是我们的动词 run by， 代表被谁经营
And now we have our 4 uncountables in that one sentence. Heat,
代表是热
oil,
油
gas,
天然气
electricity.
还有电力
And we have a wonderful adjective, moist.
然后我们还有一个非常美妙非常黏哒哒的形容词 moist
And then lastly, we have humble, which I forgot to mention in our story here. Humble means you're not arrogant. Arrogant is A-R-R-O-G-A-N-T, 很自大。
自大高叫 arrogant， 所以相反就是代表很谦虚非常朴实的，我们就可以说 humble
Humble, yeah. I try to be humble. I have a problem with that, though.
Too
I really
humble?
do. No, I'm not too humble. I know I'm arrogant. I know that, and I try not to be, but yeah, there you go.
以下开放留言觉得老师 arrogant 的请举手
I don't want to be, but I kind of am. I'm sorry.
You're okay
All right, well, that's the end of day 1. We'll be back tomorrow with day 2 with more Play-Doh story and that time that Minnie, what did you do to Play-Doh?
I eat it
She ate it. She's going to tell us the story next time on Enjoy English School. For Enjoy English School, I am Chris Gorski,
I'm Minnie
the Play-Doh eating girl. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.